It's no secret that in any game, people love to watch winners lose.
Every single player talked about revenge against SKT, and they got it. Faker is destroyed.
It doesn't matter if it's Faker, Fabian, the entirety of Astralis, or the awe-inspiring underdog OG. Dominance eventually breeds a community hunger for downfall, especially if the team on top is flexing it.
This is just fountain bombing! You got it, this is soul-breaking!
See, it's one thing if whoever's dominating your esport is also humble, the darling of the scene who looks as if they simply stumbled into success. But it's something else entirely if the dynastic dominator is also, well, a bit of a dick.
Now Coldzera up against it and fallen! We'll have to watch his teammate come out victorious and the BM comes through. Bit of teabagging as well, Matt.
But of all the saucy and uncivilized stompers ever to clap cheeks in Counter-Strike, none have riled up the community quite like CSGO's one and only Wonderchild. I present to you Jesper JW Vexel, the so-called prodigal pig op god, whose infamous attitude didn't just help his team become one of the greatest ever, but turned him into the game's single most bullied superstar. So what exactly did one of CSGO's greatest all-time oppers do to invoke the wrath of the community? And how has he channeled his unsportsmanlike toxicity into something hilarious and, well, kind of wholesome?
Jag visste att du skulle få. Jag tänkte att han kommer få någon hoppa eller någonting där. Och så får du det.
So fucking easy.
Framtiden.
So fucking easy.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't believe! Fuck this game!
Now, in order to understand why my boy J-Dubs has long been regarded as the biggest douche in CSGO, we need to go back in time to when he was but a wee wonder lad. You see, back in the day, JW was a lesser-known 1.6 prodigy, but once he made the move to global offensive, he really began to make a name for himself.
And JW, what a patience coming out. He's just spotting them. He's gonna grenade instead of the pistol. Oh my god. And there's JW with the 1-2 triple. Oh my god. That is how it starts. Beautiful play.
That was really patient and smart.
Yeah, this is a pretty important round. Epsilon, are they going to keep on where they left off from the eco round? Doesn't look like it. JW now in a 1-on-2. Takes down one, and can he get the other one? He will do it.
That's a huge clutch by JW.
Aside from his absurd mechanics, the thing that set JW apart was his raw, unhindered aggression. You see, in spite of his age, JW was overflowing with confidence. He was the kind of player who thrived on making big dick plays, because he knew that he was better, and wanted you to know it too.
JW, oh, and he will catch Guardian. Guardian trying too aggressively to peek into the middle to get the kill on Schneider, and that really does not pay off. Once again, Guardian gone down early in the round here. Kucha is going to take down Flusher, so an important return kill. Back to a 4-on-4. JW looking up here, he's going to get the kill, and as Angel gone down, this is really tense right now. Dosha, he's feeling it right now. He's done a lot of damage to JW and Berg. He might just have won the round for his team. Oh, and he's going to keep spraying. JW will take him down. Back to a 2-on-2. Schneider missing a shot. But this bomb still not being planted. 20 seconds left. Oh, and actually JW gets that. That's a quad kill. An ace, in fact, for JW. I didn't even notice. Jesus Christ, how did that happen?
Eventually, JW's jaw-dropping talent led to him being signed by Fnatic, with the organization hoping that the prodigal Swede would be able to help take down CSGO's greatest team, Ninjas in Pajamas, a roster that JW was all too familiar with.
So they missed that opportunity to maybe get an easy kill for Flower in here, and now JW in a 1-on-1, and he will miss the shot and go down to Exist, who was behind him. That is unfortunate, but it was a great effort.
But JW and his compatriots were determined to get the better of the Get Right gang. And come the overtime of a fateful group stage matchup at DreamHack Bucharest 2013, Fnatic finally got theirs.
Fnatic may have just done it here in the group stage. They might have upset them. JW is left, but look at the clock ticking away.
He doesn't have much HP though. If he gets into the duel, he gets it, and there you have it. GG is called.
Except at first, they didn't. You see, NiP disputed the clarity of the overtime rules being enforced by the admins, which resulted in them being granted a restart, stealing away Fnatic's hard-earned victory. Now, as you can imagine, Fnatic weren't particularly happy about this. And after beating NiP once again in the overtime remake, JW decided to make his displeasure known to everyone. So why was this such a problem? Well, for starters, his Swedish obscenities were directed at GetRight, a figure who the CSGO community had nothing but love for. Secondly, he refused to shake hands. Look, being a sore loser is bad. Being a sore winner? That's something else entirely. From this point on, Fnatic were essentially regarded as disrespectful little shits, with JW taking the brunt of the community's backlash. And their status as the scene's antagonists only grew when they toppled NiP again later that year at CSGO's first ever major.
All Snyder and JW has to do is just wait and buy time, and there it is. They win it, and look at the even Khan jumping up, one of the most composed people I think in Counter-Strike. Complete celebration. What a victory, and how they deserve it. Lupus, I mean, we did say it. Fnatic, they could take the victory. They just did it. DreamHack Winter 2013 champions. You've got them right here on your screen.
Now, it's important to understand that at the time, the video actually hadn't been that widely disseminated, since CSGO had yet to really take off. Fnatic fell off at the start of 2014, and only after making some very important roster changes midway through the year did they begin to look strong again. And then in 2015, CSGO exploded in popularity. Fnatic got really good, and they kicked off the greatest, most soul-destroying dynasty their game had ever seen.
And all of Meisters playing it so safely. They know that they have it. Exist gets one, and he's back on it. He's got the kid, he's holding it down. I'm not sure there's enough time. Fnatic, they do it! Ladies and gentlemen, your ESL 1 Cavalita champions are Fnatic! I don't think there's any chance. Flusher looking to end this. It's going to be a third title for Fnatic. They win a third major championship in global offensive.
Now, to be fair, there were a lot of reasons that one might not especially like Fnatic back in the day. From controversial boosts to Olaf's burning defuse dance to their BM use of both quadruple ops and Tech-9s and cheating allegations surrounding their players, Fnatic didn't shy away from the limelight. These motherfuckers laughed in the face of their critics. And they could, because they were just that damn good.
And there you go. Perfect timing there by Apex. And now JW decides to go pushing through. Apex has no idea. Oh my god! They line up! 2 for 1! JW, only JW! 5 kills. And the dream is alive!
And it was then, right as all of these new CSGO fans were trying to figure out who these bullying, bad-mannered Swedes actually were, that the video began to resurface. And JW basically became the poster boy for all of his roster's douchery. Now, in the community's defense, JW was kind of a pain in the ass. Throughout his whole career, he'd always had this wacky way of turning what looked like brain-dead idiocy into disrespectful works of art.
Fnatic still trying to stabilize their bank account, being some close rounds. It's going to be Pronax onto the Famas there. It's still JW with that AWP though. He's going on short though. He's been boosted up, going for the aggressive pick, and actually goes all the way towards suicide and gets a huge headshot on the Garrigan there.
And Cajun taking a fight at long. Going to hit the leg shot there on Flusher.
and has to immediately fall back with JW. What's this madness? He's picking up behind the lines. He's going to get the kill on Sipnix and runs away, and that has to shake TSM. They have to be shaking their heads and thinking the only person in this whole game who would have done that was JW.
There it is, a quick challenge there from JW once again. Wants Banana under control, going for the knife again! Oh, gets the second connection!
Are you
What is
kidding me?
this? JW! That's beautiful stuff. Oh my god. Cadian.
It looks like JW's just going to go on a mission. He's desperate to show that this is a viable choice. And oh, he does! Through the smoke, Pasha takes a shell to the chest. It looks like Pronax is going to do all the work for him, or not, as Snacks does pick that one up, and JW finds his second, surely not a third, as he's desperately going to be picking it up. And oh dear, I worry about matchmaking now. We're going to be seeing a whole lot more sword-off.
But, as with most things, the internet took their disparagement of JW way too far. Since JW couldn't be stopped on the server, his detractors felt the need to attack him outside of it. Thus, a vicious, vitriolic meme began to take off. One that ridiculed the Opper for, apparently, looking like a pig.
Yeah, Piggles, are you in any way related to JW? Like maybe his younger brother?
What the fuck?
Is JW pig? Why you asking? First look, his nose really looked like pig's nose, and now he is licking his mouth. I starting to suspect that JW is a really pig. Maybe he have pig's army, and they want to take over Valve and Gaben, and start the pigs revolution to give pigs rights. Remember the code. Oink oink.
Wow. From Reddit threads to Twitch chat copy pastas to shitposts made by those swamp creatures who post on the HLTV forums, a shamefully large chunk of the CSGO community made it their mission to tear down one of the biggest superstars their game had ever seen.
This is JW, Beyond the Snout.
Although I am a pig, I do have more money than most people. In fact, I can actually probably buy your house, buy your mom, and fuck your bitch. There is not much you can really do in CS except for cheat and win as much money as you can so you could buy an empire to destroy the world.
It didn't matter that the handshake incident had taken place 2 years prior when he was an immature kid, or that he'd apologized for it profusely on several occasions. He'd bred a legion of relentless, resentful idiots who were determined to make him pay for his success. The issue is that no matter what he did, a sizable portion of the community wasn't going to allow JW to redeem himself for his past offense. And since the tearing down of his image showed no signs of slowing down, he did the only thing he could: rise above it.
Yeah, that's some real man boobs, boys. That is better than all the boobs you can find on Twitch right now. And I'm not even using cleavage.
As the vitriol became increasingly vehement, so too did JW's efforts at evading it. Even as Fnatic's era started fizzling to a close, their infamous Opper remained as confident as ever.
I love this. The gangsters are behind me. Like, if I say one wrong word right now, it's like game over. How you guys feeling going into this semi?
Like G's.
Like G's. Straight up G's. I don't even know if we need to do the rest of the interview at this point. Do you guys feel good that you got a bit of a warm-up in this morning by playing that lower bracket game, that decider game?
Yeah.
I knew this was going to happen.
And after serving an unsuccessful 8-month stint on Godsent, JW and several of his teammates returned to Fnatic only to find that they were worse off than before.
It's devastating for us, you know, but at the same time, the result looks so insanely bad, but we still feel that it's not as bad as it looks, you know, because we lose to the best teams.
This gave the community an excuse to shit on JW even harder, which led him to stoke the fires from time to time.
Wow, it's lagging so much.
Fucking enjoy, brother.
The thing is, the dude was never deterred from being a dick, because that's how he expressed himself, and he wasn't gonna let an onslaught of bullying change that.
I get fucking out-aimed by Get Right. I'm playing Major, he's in a fucking minor. I shouldn't lose this. I lose a clutch versus Get Right, man. 2018. How?
And God knows, even some of his peers took cheap shots at him.
This guy's gonna try to knife me. This fucking pig.
Microphone muted. Microphone
I'm streaming.
Really?
Yeah.
Unlucky.
But to his credit, JW never backed down. He also never got mad. He got even.
Middle offside. Down.
Dead inside. Coming B with
Maluku! You tried to knife me, fucking pig!
See, that's the thing about JW. There's no denying that he's not everyone's cup of tea, but for all the shit he gets, he owns it completely. Now, that's not to say that he's abandoned his natural BM inclinations altogether. You may have noticed that over the years, JW's developed a bit of a reputation for knifing people. Despite being a black hole of negative criticism, he's never lost his penchant for, well, prodding people.
What the fuck?
And, oh, is he going to bring out the knife? Oh, I can't believe you've done this!
What's more, that proclivity came to a head at the end of 2019 and into 2020, when he and his teammates became one with the fucking Kniva and started stabbing dudes like it was nobody's business. It became such a meta that Fnatic even dropped some Blade-themed merch in their honor.
No, he's just gonna get the money. He's gonna farm the cash.
Multiple knife kills. Multiple knife kills.
$3,000, baby. One. No, I'm gonna get a second interview. Woo!
Let's go.
That is so good.
They might still lose the round.
The crazy thing is that was also around the time that Fnatic began to skyrocket their way back to the top of competitive Counter-Strike. It felt as if after several years of mediocre finishes, JW had been humbled a little bit, had mellowed out as a result, and was regaining his confidence.
I think I'm starting to improve, like people starting to talk about the old JW, but I would say that this is the new JW, right? I'm playing a lot more with rifles. I'm at least in my head, trying to do more smart things. Maybe it doesn't look like that, but...
This has gone very well so far. Can they stick the landing? JW spots them.
Absolutely he did. And he's going to try and go above. Oh, does he ever get right down?
Oh, no!
He might deny the play. No, he's above. He got it. He just got it on the last swing. Bomb is dropped, and JW somehow finds Blackbro. What a shot up close. What a play overall. Experience reigns supreme.
And sure, he did it by injecting a little bit of toxicity into his play. But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. Contrary to popular belief, BM isn't always a bad thing. It enlivens esports, helps to develop rivalries, and it just makes everything a hell of a lot spicier.
Device, 1v1, and the nade gets it done. Onto the defuse and Astralis.
Device!
The BM.
Are we in the kitchen right now?
Oh,
My
baby!
goodness.
He's going back. He's already dead. Device, leave him alone. Astralis, they're going to take this map. Oh, he's gone back in. Leave him alone, Device. Come on, man.
Look, it's no secret that esports can be an awful, inhospitable place to come up in. And while he's definitely conducted a few master classes in being a shit disturber, the thing that JW will be remembered for isn't a denied handshake. It's for teaching all of us how to be comfortable in our own skin. For reminding us that with self-confidence comes a swagger that no amount of hate can hinder. Whether you like him or not, JW is a genuine badass. Not because he's a bully, but because he's learned the hard way how to be at ease with who he is. To admire himself above all else in the healthiest and most honest way imaginable. Of course, he can get a little carried away with it sometimes, but that's okay. That's who he is. And damn if he isn't proud of it.
I fucking love myself, man. I'm so fucking nice. I love myself.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Accidentally opened Uplay. Just fuck off. There we go. Absurd mechanics. The thing that... Oh my god. Fucking Ubisoft. Technology is against us, bro. Fucking robots are rising up. The fucking robots are rising up. You know what it is? I've been playing so much CSGO lately that fucking Uplay's getting mad. It's jelly. It is fucking jelly, dude. And it should be.